Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatame Sada Saṃskṛtam Dayanandam Paramarthasvarupinam Tattvajnana Prashastaram Pranatosmi Param Padam Vagartha Vivasampraktau Vagartha Pratipattaye Jagatah Pitaro Vande Parvati Parameshwaro Yenakshara Samam Adhigamya Maheshwarat Kritsnam Vyakaranam Proktam Tasmai Paninaye Namaha Vakyakaram Vararuchim Bhashyakaram Patanjalim Paninim Sutrakarancha Pranatosmi Munitrayam Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We will continue with Devadigana. Which we will complete today. Devadigana, fourth Gana, begins with Devdhatu and Gana Vikrana Pratyaya is Shen Pratyaya. Shitvat Sarvadhatukam, and we have seen different types of Dhatu, Atupada, Itupada, Ityadi. In the fourth Gana, the Atmanepadi Dhatus. The Atmanepadi Dhatus will have the same, and the Karmani form of Atmanepadi Dhatu will be same as the Atmanepadi Rupam. So that you can remember. Based on the context, you have to know whether it is Karmani or Kartari. Manyate is either it is Tena Manyate or Saha Manyate. Both are possible. Karmani Rupam is Manyate. Kartari Rupam also Manyate. Because Man being Atmanepadi, Rupam is Manyate, Manyate, Manyante iti. So then different dhatus, Itupada, Atupada, Uttupada, all those things we saw. And Rit, Upada Dhatu. Then these three dhatus which belong to Devadigana optionally can take Shap. Therefore, it will have two forms. Brahm, Klam and Tras. Brahm Dhatu, Rupam would be Brahmo. The Dhatu is Brahmo. The Rupam is either Brahmati or Brahmyati. This Brahm and Klam, they belong to this this Gana. Brahm Dhatu is there in this Gana as well as in Vivadi Gana. Klam Dhatu, anyway, it is there in Vivadi Gana only. These two Dhatus, you can note, these two in addition to the other Dhatus. Some 8 Dhatus are there. When followed by Shit Pratyaya, Dirghatvam happens. Dirghatvam happen for the Anga. Dirghatvam can happen only for the Ach. So in the Anga, this is the Anga with respect to Shan. So what is the Ach here? Akara. So Akara will become Akara, Dirgha. So Brahmyati. Similarly, Klamyati. So I put star mark. Star mark, I think it comes later. This we are going to see. We have seen this before, long back. Shamam Ashtana Shani. That is the Sham, Dam, then Klam, Brahm, etc. These dhatus, some 8 dhatus are there. These dhatus belonging to this Gana, when followed by Shit Pratyaya. When followed by Shit Pratyaya, Upada Dirghatvam happens. Therefore, only you have the forms. Brahmyati, Klamyati, Shamyati, Damyati, iti. I will show you. It is there in the Dhatu Patha. We have seen this when we saw the Divadigana in the beginning. In the beginning, we saw just not in detail, just yeah, how to derive the forms of the Dhatu of this Gana. But now we are seeing in detail what all the Dhatus, how the Dhatus can be classified, and based on classification, how it can be declined, any special rules, all those things we are seeing in detail now. So in Divadigana, if you take here, there is a Antargana, Shamadayaha, you can see. You see, Atha Shamadayaha, star mark is there, you can see on the right side. Dhatu number 110, Shamu, Upashamane, Tamu, Kankshayam, Damu, that is also Upashame. Then Shramu, it is Tapasi or Khedecha. Shram, the meaning is tapas or khede, tired. Brahmu, that is a dhatu we are seeing. Anavasthane, Kshamu, Sahane. Kshama and all comes from this dhatu, Ksham. Then Klamu, Glanu. Klamu, Glanu. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus one more, which is Madi. Madi is, the content is Mad. The content is Mad. So these 8 dhatus, what will happen? See the footnote, the star mark is here. Shamam Ashtanam Dirgaha Shani. When Shan is Shit Pratyaya. When Shan follows, these 8 dhatus will undergo Dirgatvam. These 8 dhatus will undergo Dirgatvam. So when Shani is being a Shit Pratyaya, so when Shan follows, you can take only Shan follows. Okay. When Shan follows, not Shit follows, Shan follows. If Shit follows, then will be a problem. When Shan follows, these 8 dhatus will take Dirgatvam. Dirgatvam happens for the Anga. Anga having the Ach. Dirga is only for the verbal. Therefore, the vowel, the rasva ach will become dirgha. Here you can note when shan follows only, it will happen. If I say shit, then what will happen? Then in this form also, it will become brahmati. That is not a form. Therefore, shamam ashtanam shani, when shan follows only, this will happen for these 8 dhatus. Okay, that rule we are going to see, it is going to come later. But here, Brahm and Klam, these 2 dhatus are part of the Shamadhi Antargana. So therefore, when it takes Shen, Dirghatam happens. So therefore becomes Brahmyati. Therefore this becomes Klamyati. This is one Rupam. And taking Shap optionally, there it becomes Brahmati only. Similarly, Klamati. And Tras is another dhatu, which is in this Gana, not in this Shamadhi Gana, which is Devadi Gana. So that becomes Trasyati, Atrasati. It can take Shan or it can take Shap. It is not in Shamadhi. Therefore, Dirghatam will not happen. Dirghatam happens only for Brahm and Klam because these 2 are the part of the Shamadhi Antargana. Tras dhatu can have 2 forms, Trasyati or Trasati. Then the next one, Yes dhatu, which we saw. Yes dhatu without any upasarga will take Shan. Optionally, it will take Shan. So, Yes dhatu without upasarga will have 2 forms, Yasyati or Yasati. And Yes dhatu with some upasarga will take Shan. Optionally, it can take Shan. Previously, we said without upasarga. Now we extend, we do the niyamana, restrict the previous sutra by saying for some upasarga, it is allowed. What? It can take Shap also. So with some upasarga only, we have these 2 forms. So therefore, some Yasyati or some Yasati. Not with any other upasarga. So combining these 2 rules, that is A and B. Yes dhatu having some upasarga can have 2 forms. It means with other upasarga, it will not take. Without upasarga, yes, it can have 2 forms. So that is the understanding combining these 2 rules. Then given Vitireka Udaharanam with the pra upasarga, it is Prayasyati. It will take only Shan, not Shap. Then Jan dhatu, Pradurbhave, Jan dhatu when followed by Shit Pratyaya, Shiti Pare, it will be replaced by Ja. So therefore, we have the form Jayate, 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 Jayante, iti. Then next dhatu, Mid dhatu. Upadeshika Rupam is Nimida. Upadeshika Rupam, Nimida. The content is Mid dhatu. Mid dhatu will take Guna. No conditions apply. Midir Gunaha. Mid will take Guna. Mid is Snehane. The dhatu will take just Guna will happen. When the pratyaya follows, it will take Guna. So therefore, Guna will happen for equilater of the Anga. Mid dhatu having Ikara. Ikara is a equilater. Ik being Ivurulu, Ikara. Guna and Vriddhi will happen only for equilater. You can note that also. Iko Guna Vriddhi. Equilater of the Anga only will take Guna or Vriddhi depending on the Pratyaya. And we know if it is Iganta, it will take Guna. If it is rasva ik upada, it will take guna. When it is followed by sarvadhatuka or ardhadhatuka pratyaya. Suppose if the pratyaya is nit or nit, then this ach will take, ach anta anga will take vriddhi. Rasva ik upada will take guna. And rasva at upada will take vriddhi, become a. These are the angakarya. We know that very well. Here, what this rule says is mid when followed by pratyaya, any pratyaya, even if it is sarvadhatuka apit pratyaya, sarvadhatuka apit will not cause guna, but for mid dhatu, ikahastane, in the place of ik, guna adeshaha bhavati, guna will come. So that is why this dhatu is important. So we can take this as apavada. Apavada to what? Apavada to the rule that when sarvadhatuka apit pratyaya follows, guna nishedaha bhavati. We know that rule. For that, this is an apavada, exception. So mid will become medhyati. So medhyati, medhyataha, medhyanti iti. Then the next dhatu, akaranta it upada dhatu. The first dhatu of this gana itself is akaranta, div dhatu. Div dhatu, we say divadi, but the lat rupam will be divyati. What happens here? Akaranta dhatu. Akaranta dhatu having ik upada followed by hal. That is the condition. The dhatu must be ending with vakara, having ik upada, penultimate letter being ik letter, and vakara followed by a hal, a consonant. Then what will happen? Then that rasva ik letter is there, upada letter, that will become dirgha. So not only for vakara, even for it is repa also. Repa example, when it comes, we will see. Repa or vakara of a dhatu, it is important, of a dhatu, preceded by a ik letter, short ik letter, followed by hal, a consonant. Then the ik letter will become dirgha. That is the rule. So therefore here, div plus shen plus tip. This is parasmay paridhatu, therefore tip. Shen follows, the content of shen being yakara, and vakaranta dhatu preceded by ik letter followed by ya, a consonant. Therefore, ikaha sthane dirghadesha bhavati, become di, divyati, sivyati, strivyati, iti rupam bhavati. Then okaranta dhatu, there are few dhatus, 4 dhatus are there in this gana, which are okaranta. Okaranta when followed by shen, what will happen? Okarasya, lopaha bhavati. Okara of the okaranta dhatu followed by shen, then that okara becomes lopaha. Therefore, sho becomes shati. Do become yati. Sho syati. Then rukaranta dhatu. Sorry, rukaranta dhatu. Dirgha rukara. Note that rukaranta dhatu, the rukara will be replaced by ikara. This is a general rule. There are some rukaranta dhatu. Gru dhatu is there. Kru dhatu is there, which is there in this gana itself. We are going to see kru, gru. So what will happen? That rukaranta, that is replaced by ikara. In fact, it is not even, it's not only for Rikaranta. It is Rikara of the Dhatu. Rikara, we'll see, it's going to come later. Rikara of the Dhatu is replaced by Ikara. And when it is replaced by an letter, an, a, e, u, Repa will be appended. Therefore, when Rikara or Rikara, here it is, the rule is Rikara. When Rikara is replaced by Ikara, the replacement would be Ir. Ir is the Adesha. So, whenever Rikara, whether it is short R or Dirgha, replaced by An, Repa will be appended. That is important. We have seen that in Gunasundhi. That is by Guna letter. Early it's a Guna letter, we say. So here also it is that Rikara being replaced by Ikara, the Adesha would be Ir. So therefore we have Jiru plus tip. Jiru is Rikaranta Dhatu. It is replaced by E. It is replaced by Ir because Stani being Rikara and the Adesha being E, which is an letter. Therefore, the Adesha is Ir letter. Ir is the Adesha. Therefore, Jir. Jir plus Ya plus T. Now becomes Repanta Dhatu. Even though Jiru has become Jir, it continues to be a Dhatu only. Ekadesha Vikrutam Ananyavatu. Jiru Dhatu, the Rupam is changed, doesn't lose its Dhatutvam, continues to be Dhatu. We say this Paribhasha, Ekadesha Vikrutam Ananyavatu. Example will give, even when a dog loses its tail, it continues to be a dog. Similarly, Jiru, the Dhatu, becomes Jir, continues to be Dhatu only. Therefore, Repanta Dhatu now. As we saw previously, the same thing applies here. It is Repanta Dhatu preceded by Ik letter, which is E, followed by Hal. Therefore, Ik letter will undergo Dirgha. Therefore, Jiryati. The Rupam would be Jiryati. Then the next one, 11th classification, Anidit Dhatu. This rule is very important. You will see its application widely. Na idit anidit. Idit is ikaraha it yasmin or yasya saha. Idit dhatus. Dhatus having ikara as it letter. When ikara as it letter is there, then it will take num agama. We have seen many dhatus like that before. Nid dhatu, nidhi, become nindati, etc. Now we are talking about anidit, that which doesn't have ikara as iterator. It means doesn't have numagama because of ikara being iterator. If ikara as iterator is there, numagama will come. Numagama will be there, but numagama is there in the dhatu, and the dhatu is not idit dhatu. That is why, that is what you want to say. That's what I want to convey through the word anidit. Anidit dhatu, the dhatu is not idit, but having nakara as its upada. That nakara upada is that num, it is not really num. The nakara upada is not because of num agama. Only for idit dhatu, num agama will come. For anidit dhatu, num agama will come. But dhatu has got nakara. It is not num, it is nakara is there. Nakara is there as part of the dhatu. Therefore, the dhatu is anidit dhatu. Example, you take ranj. Ranj is a dhatu. Upada is nya. The upada really is, in fact, it is nakara only. Because of jakara, it has become nyakara. We know what rule is that? did nakara become nyakara? What is the rule? What's the rule? Anybody?
Anuswara
Anunasik.
Not.
No.
It is anunasika.
Anunasika.
So
That is year is Padanta year.
no.
Followed by Anunasika, then year will be replaced.
Where is year?
No, Anuswara will be replaced by Savarna after following.
Yes. Anuswara will be. But where is Anuswara? Next question will come. Where is Anuswara?
Nakara become.
Where is you said year letter. Kameshwar, you said year letter. Where is year? And you said Anuswara. Where is Anuswara? Which one will apply now?
Nakara
See,
become Anuswara.
Dhatu is Ranji Dhatu only. Okay. Here the Nakara is there. The Nakara is not because of Num. Num will come only when the Dhatu is Idit. And here Nakara is there not because of Num. Therefore it is Anidit. Right? Okay. Then this Nakara is followed by what letter?
Jal.
Followed by?
Jal letter.
Jal letter. And Nakara, what Nakara is that?
Apadanta Nakara.
Apadanta Nakara.
Yeah, nice chapter.
It is Apadanta Nakara. You see it in Sandhi chart.
Yeah.
It is that.
Yeah, Anuswara Sandhi 2.
So,
Apadanta Nakara.
yes,
Makara.
Apadanta Nakara. Now it becomes Anuswara. Now Anuswara is born. Right? Now Anuswara is that followed by?
Jal letter.
No. Anuswara after Anuswara.
Yai letter.
Yai letter. Jakara is a Yai letter. Jakara is Yai letter. Anuswara followed by Yai letter. Then Parasvarna will happen. Parasvarna Sandhi. All remember the Sandhi? All these are there in the Sandhi chart.
Yeah, got it. Understood.
This is important. You have to note. We have seen this in some other context also. See, this Nakara followed by Aparanta Nakara followed by Jal. It is there in 8.3 section. The number Ashtadhyay 8.3. And Anuswara replaced by Parasavana is in 8.4. Okay. So to apply the rule in 8.4, the rule in 8.3 must have been applied before. That is called Purvatra Siddham, right? So you have to apply 8.3 rule first. Therefore, the rules, that's why in Sandhi chart, the rules are given sequentially. You have to follow the one after the other. That is how the Abhyasa been given before. So you have to follow the sequence. Therefore, if you don't follow the sequence, if you apply rule here and there, then you will not get the root. You will get stuck somewhere. That is why it's like a line by line execution of a computer program. So you have to apply the rule in sequence. The latest Sandhi rule, Sandhi number 8 is there. That is a chart you refer. There it is there. I'll give one example which I think already I given you this. Krudatu. The Rupam we are going to see anyway. Let me take directly the form. Kuru plus Anti. What will happen?
Kurvanti.
Kurvanti. Right? Will not Natvam happen here? Natvam. Nimitta is there. What is the nimitta for causing Natvam?
Shakara. Repa.
Repa or Shakara, right? Repa is there. Repa is there. Will not this nakara become murdhanya nakara?
No, Vakara includes.
Huh?
Refa,
Huh.
after Refa, Vakara.
Where is Vakara? Vakara is because of.
Kurvan.
Okay, Vakara is a part of at letter only. So no problem. Even when at letter intervenes, it happens, right? So therefore, no problem. Repa is the nimitta, and this nakara is apadanta nakara. Important condition, right? Nakara should not be at the end. Then in the letter which are allowable are at letter. At letter includes all the vowels, ha and hayavat, all the semi vowels. Then two letter or two letter or num or ang. These are the letters allowable. So vakara is allowed. So nattam should happen. Why it doesn't happen? The question is why it doesn't happen. You remember this? We have seen this before. See, same thing what I told before. Here, kur is there, kuru is there, or make it kur plus vanti is there, right? This is yen sandhi we have done. Kuru plus anti, yen sandhi becomes kur vanti. Let us take like this now. Kurvanti. Now, what nakara is that? What nakara? Apadanta nakara, right? Followed by
Yai letter.
Jal letter.
Jal letter.
Jal therefore becomes anuswara. So this rule is in 8.3. You see the Sandhi chart, 8.3 is there. Now, after that, for natvam to apply, you have to come to 8.4. 8.4 beginning, natvam is there. But where is nakara? Where is dante nakara? Dante nakara not there. It is not seen, not available for this rule to apply. Doesn't see nakara, right? You understand? So this to apply this rule, I'm just giving a number. You know the rule 8.3.24, I think. And after that, for natvam to apply, you required 8.4.1 the rule. You required nakara. Apadanta dante nakara is required for 8.4 to apply. 8.4.1 is this 8.4.1 or 8.4.2. When this rule comes to be applied, 8.4.2 is after 8.3.24. It is sequentially applied. When this rule 8.4.2 comes, where nattam is ordained for dante nakara, there it doesn't see nakara not there, so it cannot apply. See, only anuswara is there. Therefore, anuswara followed by, now anuswara is there. Anuswara followed by 8. Therefore, what will happen? The later one, anuswara parasavana sandhi 8.4.58 only can apply. Applying that, what will happen? It become kur, the nakara replaced by parasavana, which is nakara, then ti. So therefore, 8.4.1, where nattam happens, it is jumped. It is crossed over. Therefore, it is not applied. Therefore, kurvanti. Therefore, nakara remains. Nattam doesn't happen. That is a beautiful arrangement of the rules. In the rupam, murdhanya nakara not there. Therefore, that natvam vidhi is placed in between 8.3.24 and 8.4.58. 8.4.1 natva vidhi is there. When that natva vidhi comes, For Natpidi, the Dante Nakara is not visible because the previous rule applied. The resultant of the previous rule only it will see. And this Anuswara is not seen by the previous rule. That is what Purvatra Asiddham Vistripadi is that. Or in other words, for your understanding, you apply the rule sequentially, line by line. So when 8.3.24 is applied, after that you have to apply 8.4.1. And for 8.4.1, this Tante Nakara being not there, it cannot be applied. So that is dismissed. The next one, which is applicable, we have to see. That is Parasavana Sandhi. That is applied. Understand?
Yes, Jia, yes.
Asian.
That's why the Sandhi chart, please have it with you. Go by the sequence. For your reference, only the number is given. Even if you don't know the sutra, you need not know. This for this class. Okay. Ashtadhyayi you must know. This class you need not know. But the number, at least if you remember. Remember means you have the chart, you see the number. Apply in sequence. You'll get the form. Otherwise, you will apply nothing. Randomly, if you apply 8.4.1 first and 8.3 later, then you will get into problem. So therefore, kurvanti. The same logic here also. Dhatu being ranj dhatu. Ranj. Snehane. Ranj dhatu. Where nakara is, so not snehane, ranj is rage, sorry. Where nakara is apadanta nakara. And it is followed by jal. Therefore, anuswara is born. Then anuswara, here also you can see. Here also it's a good example. Repa is there. Apadanta nakara is there. Can nattam be applied? Can you apply nattam?
No.
Here also same. Because apadanta nakara followed by jal becomes anuswara. Therefore, natva vidhi cannot be applied because apadanta nakara, dante nakara itself is not there. Then how to apply? That itself is a good example, in fact, to show that. Therefore, 8.4.50, that is Parasavana Sandhi, 8.4.58 is applied. Para letter is A letter. Its Anuswara is, its Nasika letter is replaced. Therefore, becomes Ranj. Okay. This is a good example. Please note. Okay, this part I remove it. So, Dhatu is Ranj and Nakara is as Numagama. Sorry, Nakara not as a Numagama. Therefore, it is Anidit Dhatu. That is a Dhatu. Those Dhatus only we are talking about. Anidit Dhatus. Then, what? Anidit Dhatus, what? Alanta Anidit Dhatus. That too, Anidit Dhatus ending with Hal. Of course, it has to end with Hal. Why? Why you know? This, why should be a halanta? Why should be a halanta anidit? Why the anidit dhatus are halanta? To take this example, nadi, dhatu is nadi. Here it is, ikara is it letter. And this is the dhatu as read in the dhatu pata. Therefore, aupadeshika dhatu, nadi. Murdhani nakara is replaced by dante nakara. Therefore, nadi. Ikara being it letter. The ikara being it letter. Therefore, numagama will come. Therefore, become nand. I'm taking nand dhatu. Nand or nadi, any dhatu you can take nand. Now, nand dhatu, nakara is there. Padanta nakara followed by jal. Therefore, it becomes anuswara. Then anuswara followed by a letter becomes parastavana. Finally, you get nand. This is how we have to do deriving the dhatu. Okay. Now, here that E as an it letter is for the protection of dakara. Ikara as an it letter is for the protection of the consonant of the dhatu. Okay. The ikara is an it letter. That is, for what purpose ikara is at the end? It is to protect the end consonant. Therefore, the dhatu must be a halanta dhatu. The same logic here also. Okay. So therefore, halanta anedit dhatu. Now, coming back here to this halanta anedit dhatu, what will happen? That nakara is there. The nakara, it's upada. The upada nakara of halanta anedit dhatu. When followed by the pratyaya, any pratyaya, which is a kit or nit, which is a kit pratyaya or nit pratyaya, what happens? It becomes lopaha. Now take the example of ranj dhatu. Ranj dhatu, nakara is in the place of nakara only. So when we say nakara, you can take the anunasika letter of the class consonants. Because based on the following A letter, the nakara undergoes changes. Parasavarna happens. So here nakara is because yes, nakara is nothing but nakara only. Nakara is changed its rupam to nakara because of the following A letter. If you want, you can understanding, you can write upada nakara or upada nakara or upada makara, like that you can write. Nothing wrong in okay, then this nakara, that upada nakara, what will happen? Tasya lopaha bhavati. Kada bhavati? When it is followed by a pratyaya, which is a kit or nit. Now, ranj dhatu belonging to this gana. Ranj, here it is. Ranj plus shan plus tip, then followed by a hal, a consonant. Therefore, what will happen to upada nakara? It becomes lopaha. Therefore, you have raj. Raj plus ya plus t. You get rajyati. Refer point number 15 of Bhadigana. The last class we saw it. Bhadigana, something you told. So, you told, I think, 15th point in Bhadigana. What is that?
Yeah, that in shop follows that optional rule is there. In that.
Optional rule, yes. When shap follows. Rajeshcha, that is the one.
Yeah, yeah.
When shap follows, what will happen? So it means Rajadhatu is there in that gana also. Bhadigana
Yeah,
also it is there.
yeah.
When Bhadigana,
Yeah, Ranjeshcha.
yeah, that's what will happen. That's nakara becomes lopaha.
It's lopaha. Yeah.
Because when shap follows, there it is not a hal, right? So ranj plus shap, you can compare with that. Ranj plus shap plus. Here it is not followed by a not followed by a kit or nit pratyaya. That is why this example is given. Followed by here, not followed by a kit or nit pratyaya. It is followed by a pit pratyaya. Still nakara lopaha bhavati. Therefore ajati. This anedit rule says when followed by a kit or nit pratyaya. But here this dhatu, which is in this dhatu, that bhuvadigana dhatu, the ranj dhatu, it is in both the ganas, bhuvadi as well as divadi. The dhatu in the bhuvadigana, where the gana vikrana is shap, it is a pit pratyaya. If pit pratyaya follows, still the upada nakara becomes lopaha. That is what This we saw in Vajana. Rajescha upada nakara of the dhatu ranj will become lopaha when followed by shap pratyaya. Whereas here, what we are seeing is this ranj dhatu, which is anidit dhatu, and its upada nakara will become lopaha when followed by kit or kit pratyaya. Important. You will see this in Karmani Prayoga and in many other places, the application of this sutra, the rule. It's important. Okay. Similarly, Brunch plus tip. Here nakara is there. The nakara doesn't undergo parasavana because it is not followed by a letter. But nakara is there. That anuswara is there. That anuswara is nothing but nakara only. The anuswara is nothing but nakara only. Okay. You have to know that anuswara is a form of nakara. So Brahms plus Shan plus T. That anuswarasya, that is nakarasya, lopaha bhavati, because it is upada. Tasya lopaha bhavati. Therefore, brashyati. Rupam is brashyati. Okay, up to this we saw. All these are quick revision. Then the next one is Saṃprasārani dhatus. There are some dhatus in this kana which can undergo Saṃprasaranam. What is Saṃprasaranam? You remember Saṃprasaranam?
Yeah, reversal of yan sandhi.
Reversal of yan sandhi. Yes. I'll give an example where this Saṃprasaranam and Saṃprasarana related some niyamas are there. Okay. The reversal of yan is Saṃprasaranam, and the word Saṃprasaranam also refers to what? Also refers to the equilater.
Adesha is also called as
Adesha,
Saṃprasarana.
yes.
Adesha.
It refers to the
Operation is
equilater, which
also
is the
called
Adesha.
Saṃprasarana.
It's important to know. Reversal of yan, that is, yan sandhi is equilater is replaced by yan, that is yan sandhi. Reversal of yan is yan letter is replaced by equilater, that is Saṃprasaranam. And equilators are the Adesha in the place of yan letters. That Adesha is also called Saṃprasaranam. I'll give one example. And from that we can know one related niyama also, the rule. H plus ta pratyaya. What will happen? Ta pratyaya we have seen. Ishta pratyaya. H plus ta pratyaya. What is the rupam?
Ukta.
Huh? Ukta.
Ukta.
How Ukta will come? Where from Ukara has come? Ukara will come only in the place of Akara, right? It is Yakara. Ukara is Akara se danta Oshtav. So Ukara is Oshta, therefore in the place of Akara, Ukara can come. But Yakara is Talu. So therefore Talavya letter only can come. Ikara must come. Why Ukara?
Yeah, Ikara.
Yashta.
Yashta.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
ye.
If it is,
Shatvam.
Start with
if it is, yes, good. Shatam is correct. If it is Yashta, then where is Saṃprasaranam? This is an example for
Ishta.
some.
That means Ishta. Yeah.
Ishta.
The form is Ishta. Ishta Devata. Ishtapalam, Anishtapalam. This from this the Ishta Devata. Ishta is Yaj means Yajane, worship. Ishta is that which is worshipped. Ishta Devata we say. Ishta Devata is that the devata which is worshipped by me, which is being worshipped. My favorite deity. So Ishta devata comes from this only. The Ishta, the word. Ishtapalam, Anishtapalam, etc. How the form comes. So here, dhatu being yaj dhatu, and the pratyaya is ta pratyaya, kit pratyaya. Okay. When a kit pratyaya follows, there is a rule. Yaj dhatu will undergo samprasaranam. When a kit pratyaya follows, yaj dhatu will undergo samprasaranam. Therefore, I took the example of ta pratyaya, nishta pratyaya. You can take even karmani also, you can take. Suppose if it is yaj dhatu plus yak plus te, karmani form also you can take. Here also, yak is kit pratyaya, follows yaj. Both example you can take, any example you can take. So now what will happen? Because this example, because yak is a karmani, therefore kit pratyaya. And for this, you have to know the rule. Yach dhatu will undergo samprasaranam. Not all the dhatus, please note. Not all the dhatus will undergo samprasaranam. There are listed dhatus. That is why samprasarani dhatavaha, the topic is. Certain dhatus only will undergo samprasaranam when the following is a kit or git pratyaya. Only certain dhatus, not all the dhatus. You have to note. Not all the dhatus. Yaj is one dhatu which will undergo samprasaranam. When followed by kit pratyaya. So we can take nishta pratyaya example or karmani example. Any example we can take. We will do both. Now yaj plus ta pratyaya. Now dhatu will undergo samprasaranam. For samprasaranam will happen in the place of n letter. What is the n letter in yaj? Yakara is there. Don't say ya, yakara only. Yakara plus
Vakar.
akara plus jakara. Yes. N letter. N letter only you have to take. Followed by the pratyaya, which is a ta pratyaya, kit pratyaya. Now yakara will be replaced by
Ikara.
ikara. Yakara is replaced by ikara. Ikara plus akara plus jakara. Now what will happen after this? After this, what will happen? E plus I is again N Sandhi.
No, it will not happen.
If you do E plus I is N Sandhi, again you will get yaj only. Back to the same. Then what's the point in doing samprasaranam? What is samprasaranam? What is samprasaranam?
The reversal of it.
Reversal of
Yes.
N Sandhi. Therefore, and one more thing is, you also said now, the Adesha is also called?
Eklet.
The Adesha is also called
Samprasaranam.
Samprasaranam.
Yeah.
So here, yakara replaced by ikara, that is samprasaranam. And the Adesha, that is ikara, is also called samprasaranam. Have you seen samprasaranam here? This class, as in this?
No, not here, I think. Not here.
Kameshwari,
Saw in Astadhyayi.
do you know what samprasaranam?
Samprasaranam, just like 2-3 lines we have seen. When
not-
kids, not elaborately.
But this you know, right? The process is called samprasaranam.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
replacement is called samprasaranam. Then what
Yeah.
will happen when the replacement gets a sanya samprasaranam? What will happen? I think if I are not told, okay, no problem. Now this ikara is samprasaranam. Please note. Yakara replaced by Ikara is Saṃprasaranam. That is the process. That is Saṃprasaranam. And the Adesha, ik letter, that is also Saṃprasaranam. Now, when Ikara being Saṃprasaranam, we have a rule. When Saṃprasaranam is followed by Ach letter. What letter? Ach letter. Then what will happen? Both are replaced by Purva letter, which is Saṃprasaranam. Again, I repeat.
Yeah, it
That is there in that
Yeah.
chart. Yeah.
Yes,
Chart is there. Everything is there in the chart. Huh? So the which we have covered.
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
covered. Yakaradi pratyaya.
Not Kameshwariji. It is there covered. That's what I'm saying. It is there in the Sandhi chart, right?
Okay,
It is there then. Okay. Anyway, no problem. So Ikara is a Saṃprasarana Varna letter. It gets a Sanya. The Saṃprasarana. The Sanya is important. It's not a normal Ikara. It's a Saṃprasarani. Saṃprasarana Varna. Some Dhatu is Saṃprasarana. It's Saṃprasarana letter. So this Saṃprasarana Ikara, you have to say Saṃprasarana Ikara. If Ikara presides, it's a problem. If you say Saṃprasarana Ikara, then you will be cautious. You have to apply this Purva Rupa Sandhi. This is Purva. So when Ikara, which is Saṃprasarana Ikara, followed by H, then Purva and Para will be replaced by Purva, which is Saṃprasarana Varna. So E plus I is E only. So you can avoid N Sandhi. Therefore, Ij will come. Ij plus ta. Now, Ij is what? Ij is a Dhatu only. The same Dhatu. Ej has become Ij. Doesn't lose its Dhatu from the same. Therefore, you know the rule now. Brascha, Brascha, Strija, Brija. Then
Yajaraja.
Yaja, that is what is there. That Yaja, the Dhatu is there, the rule. So Ij continues to be Yaj only. Same Yaj Dhatu only. Therefore, Jakarasya sthane kim bhavati. When at the end when
Shakara.
Jal follows. Shakara
Shakara.
Adesha bhavati. Therefore become Ish. Ish plus Ta. Ish plus Ta. Then you apply Shtutva Sandhi. You get Ishta. Shtutva Sandhi. You get Ishta. This is how you get the form. Please note this. So now you know what is Saṃprasaranam. What is Saṃprasaranam, and when you apply Saṃprasaranam, you have to note this rule also. Saṃprasaranam followed by Ach, Purva and Para will be replaced by Saṃprasarana Varna. So both have to be applied. Otherwise, again you will get the same thing. It's a problem. Finally, you get Ishta. Okay. So Yaj Dhatu being a Dhatu which can undergo Saṃprasaranam when followed by Kit Pratyaya, therefore its Rupam is Ishta. Sorry, yeah, Ishta. Now Karmani form, that also you can do. H plus Yak plus Te. The following is a Kit Pratyaya. Therefore, apply the same thing. It becomes Ij. Ij plus Ya plus Te. The Rupam is Ijyate. Yajati, Yajataha, Yajanti. Karmani Rupam is Ijyate, Ijyate, Ijyante. The same process as we did before. Right? So now you understand what Saṃprasaranam is. Saṃprasaranam and the rule associated with the Saṃprasaranam, that is Saṃprasarana Varna when followed by H letter, Purva and Para will be replaced by Saṃprasaranam. These two things you have to remember. For this, the next one which we are going to see. Saṃprasārani dātavaha. The rule is not required. Let me write it in words. The following dhatus. What are the dhatus? You will see. The following dhatus, when followed by nit pratyaya. The following dhatus, when followed by nit pratyaya or kit pratyaya, any pratyaya. Will undergo saṃprasaranam. This is by this rule. Following dhatus, when followed by nit or kit pratyaya, will undergo saṃprasaranam. What are those dhatus? The rule is given in the sutra here. That is not required now. Grah dhatu, which is 9th gana dhatu. Jya dhatu, 9th gana dhatu. Venj dhatu, it is Vadigana dhatu. That is also not required. Vyad dhatu is what is required. It is Divadigana dhatu. Vash dhatu Adadigana. Vyach dhatu Tudadigana. Brash dhatu Tudadigana. Prach dhatu Tudadigana. And Brash dhatu Tudadigana. So only one dhatu in this gana is a Saṃprasārani dhatu. Only one dhatu in this gana. Please note. So these are the dhatus, list of dhatus, plus one more list is there. That we will see later. The context comes. Will undergo saṃprasārana. Not all the dhatus. And the condition is followed by kit or ngit pratyaya. That applies. So among these dhatu, vyad dhatu belonging to Divadigana is what we are interested in. Now we can apply saṃprasāranam. What will happen? Now let us take. You tell me vyad plus shan plus it's a parasmay dhatu. What will happen? Vyad dhatu followed by the pratyaya. What pratyaya?
Nit.
It is a sarvadhataka pratyaya which is apit. Therefore,
Yeah.
the condition is sarvadhatakam pit or nit pratyaya follows, we said, right?
Yeah.
You can see the following dhatus when followed by nit pratyaya or kit pratyaya. Therefore, here it is being shan. Therefore, it is a nit vat bhavati. Now we can know nit vat. Previously, ni, you don't know. Now ni also you know. Therefore, I can say nit vat. Sarvadhataka apit will be nit vat. Previously, we are not introduced to ni. Therefore, I said kit vat. But strictly according to the rule, it is nit vat bhavati. It is not kit vat bhavati. It is nit vat. Since we don't know, that's why I said in the beginning. Beginning means long back, not now. Very long back. Now we know nit pratyas, etc. Therefore, I can use sarvadhataka apit will be nitvat bhavati. Nit pratyaya will not cause angakarya. That is one thing. But for this dhatu, it can cause saṃprasaranam. So vyad plus shan. Shan is a sarvadhataka pratyaya and it is apit. Therefore, nitvat bhavati. Therefore, this dhatu followed by nit pratyaya, what will happen? Will undergo saṃprasaranam.
Saṃprasaranam.
What will happen now?
Vakara plus yakara will become vakara plus ikara.
Vakara plus yakara plus akara plus dakara plus. Then we can write the pratyaya is yati. Shan and tip pratyaya, it is yati. These are the content of the dhatu. Now, what will happen? You go from right to left. Okay, don't go from left to right. Why? Because why you have to go from right to left? Because what pratyaya follows only we are saying. We are not saying what precedes. Okay. Akara is preceded by this pratyaya. No, pratyaya will come only after the anga, the dhatu. So pratyaya comes after. So therefore you have to start in this direction only. You understand? Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yeah.
That is logical, right? You cannot start from left to right. Because the condition is mentioned when a nit pratyaya follows, then something will happen to the anga. Something will happen, you have to start only from right to left. You have to go like this way. So in this way you go, dakara is not a n letter. Akara is not a n letter. What is the next n letter? Yakara. Why I am saying this? Akara is also an n letter. Now you may get confused. Two n letters are there. Which one I will do first? The question may come. If you think logically, Akara, Yakara, both are n letters. Yes or no?
Only the last letter is under.
Not the last letter. It is because of the nimitta is giving at the end. The nimitta is follows. The nimitta is sarvada. It is a nit pratyaya, not sarvadatka, nit pratyaya.
In
Nit
two
kit
n
pratyaya.
letters, last letter.
Because the nimitta is following. Therefore, you have to go from right to left only. You cannot go from left to right.
Okay.
This is logical, right? Which follows what is important. When a car is dashed by a vehicle from behind, front part will get damaged or back part will get damaged? Back part only will get damaged. Yeah, you're looking for the front part. Front part is all right, unless it doesn't go and dash the tree. The front part will be all right. So what is the damage in the back part only you have to see. The same logic here also. So therefore, yakara being a n letter, vakara being a n letter, yakara is the first one we have to see. What happens to vakara, that we will see. First you do yakara, which is the n letter. Will undergo samprasaranam. What will come in the place of yakara now? Simple.
Ikara. Yeah.
Ikara will be replaced by
Ikara.
ikara, right? Now, ikara has got the name. Has got the name.
Samprasaranam.
Samprasaranam. Now, what is this vakara? Now, you can do samprasaranam to vakara. No, you cannot do. Why? Because this ikara being a samprasaranam, when samprasaranam follows, samprasaranam will not happen. That's a rule. When samprasaranam follows, then samprasaranam na bhavati. So vakara being a n letter and the nimitta is a nit pratyaya. Therefore, this is eligible for samprasaranam. Vakara is eligible for samprasaranam, but vakara is followed by samprasaranam. Therefore, vakarasya samprasaranam na bhavati. The vakara will remain as it is. Therefore, this samprasaranam now followed by H letter, as we applied previously. E plus A will become E only. So therefore, vakara plus ikara, then dakara plus yati. The rupam would be vidyati. That's a form. Understand?
Yes, yeah.
Yes, Maharaj.
three rules you have to remember regarding Saṃprasārana. This will be useful. Later we are going to see many dhatus like this. Number one, what is Saṃprasāranam?
Ikyala
Yes, no.
Saṃprasāranam. Okay.
Ik letter is replaced. Ik, not ik letter. N letter is replaced.
N
by
that is,
letter.
it is the ik.
That is Saṃprasārana. And the ik letters are also called Saṃprasāranam. Number one. This is number one. Number two. When Saṃprasāranam is followed by ach, Purva and Para will be replaced by Saṃprasāranam. This is number two. Number three. When Saṃprasāranam follows, the N letter will not undergo Saṃprasāranam. If you put it in words, that is N replaced by ik is called Saṃprasāranam. And the replacement is also called Saṃprasāranam. The replacement ik is also called Saṃprasāranam. This is point number one. This is point number one. You can note. The number two. Number two is when Saṃprasāranam is followed by ach letter. Is followed by ach, then both the preceding and the succeeding is replaced by both the preceding and the succeeding Purvapara. Succeeding letter will be replaced by Saṃprasāranam. Saṃprasāranam is Saṃprasārana Varna, the ik letter. Saṃprasārana, let me write Saṃprasārana ik. Then Saṃprasārana ik is followed by ach. This will become more clear. Number three, the third connected rule to this is when Saṃprasārana ik, when Saṃprasārana ik follows, or when N is followed by, if you put it like that, when N is followed by Saṃprasārana ik, then Saṃprasāranam will not happen. These are the three important rules related to Saṃprasārana. Is it clear?
Yes, dear.
Parvati ji.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Got it.
I put it in words. Examples, you need to remember this. Anyway, the example is going to see for this Vyadadhatu. So this, take copy and post it, put it in the file. Ganesh ji, you follow?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now here, Saṃprasārane dhatavaha. The following rules are to be remembered when dealing with Saṃprasāranam. So these three rules you can remember. Important three rules. Have we not seen this before? I'm surprised we would have seen in some context different.
And we didn't tat pratyaya we done it.
We done this, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tat pratyaya.
We have done this tak pratyaya, yes. Otherwise, how?
Swap plus ta is equal to swapta.
Yes, supta, yes.
That's what we
Yeah, under Lyap also we have done.
Yes, yep, pratyaya, yes. Keep because it is a kit.
Yeah, this rule we have done example pra. For that we have done. You have given the rule separately here and there. That's all.
So you can remember now, these three rules are very important related to Saṃprasaranam. So when you do Saṃprasaranam, you have to apply these three. So now for this Gana, Vyad Dhatu is there. Already we have derived the form Vyad Dhatu. Divadigana Vyad Dhatoho Ling Lakara Rupam I have written. Now you will tell me the ling form. Or let us start from this. Kameshwaraji, Vyad Dhatu, Lat Lakara Rupam. What will be the rupam of Lat Lakara? With the Vyad Dhatu, given the form, it becomes Vyad will become with. Vyad will become after undergoing Saṃprasaranam, it will become
Yeah,
with. Right?
with only, no? Wind.
Not Vyad will become with, not wind. Where is wind?
Okay.
Just now we saw Vyad becoming with. Just see here, Vyad becoming.
Okay. Vidyati. Okay.
Vyad becoming with.
With.
And this yati is that you know that Gana Vikarana plus Pratyaya, it is yati, right? Gana Vikarana plus yati. So the Vyad Dhatu becoming with. After that you add the Pratyaya, yati, Gana Vikarana plus Pratyaya. So becomes Vidyati, right?
Okay.
So what will be that form?
Vidyati, Vidyataha, Vidyanti, Vidyasi, Vidyataha, Vidyata, Vidyami, Vidyavaha, Vidyamaha. Then
Vyad
lung
means
will
to
be.
pierce. Lung next person will do. Vyad means to pierce. Okay. So Ganesh, lung would be
Avidyat, avidyatam, avidyan, avidyah, avidyatam, avidyata, avidyam, avidyava, avidyama.
yes. Parvati, Lot Lakara.
Vidyatu, Vidyatam, Vidyantu, Vidya, Vidyatam, Vidyata, Vidyani, Vidyava, Vidyama.
Yes. Lataji, do Ling Lakara. Can you do?
Yes, Sharanjit. So Vidyet, Vidyetam, Vidyayuhu, Vidyehe, Vidyetam, Vidyeta, Vidyayam, Vidyeva, Vidyema.
Yes. So I given here the link form. Vidyetam. Okay. Then the next one, you have to finish this today. So this is over. Okay. Saṃprasaranam Dhatu is over. Other Saṃprasaranam Dhatu belong to other Gana. We will see. Tudari Gana we are going to see. That time we will see in further detail. The next one. Next one is this Shamam Ashtanam. Just now we saw this Shama Ashtanam. That is the 8 dhatus. Yamadeha. So let me write like this. Under Divadigana, there is a subgroup. There is a subgroup with the name Shamadi. Sham Adi Adihi Yasya or Yasham. That Yasya Saha. That group is called Yasya Saha Ganaha Shamadi Antarganaha. There is a subgroup with the name Shama. And the following dhatus. The following dhatus are in this Antargana subgroup. What are they? These are the dhatus. Sham. The Rupam I have given Shamyati, Tam, Tamyati, Dam, Damyati, Shram, Shamyati, then Brahm, Brahmyati, Ksham, Shamyati, then Klam, Klamyati, Madhi. Madhi is, the E is with letter. Dhatu here, Madhi, the E is with letter, therefore it is Mad only. That becomes Madhya, Mad, then Ya, because Devadigana, Shan will come, therefore Mad plus Ya plus T become Madhyati. That is what this says. Okay, then so Rupam is only this much. So how this will come, we can, I'll give for Sham one example. Other things we can do. Sham plus tip. What will happen? Sham plus Shan plus tip. Sham is followed by Shan. Therefore, Dirgha bhavati. Akarasya akaradesha bhavati. Sham plus Ya plus T. Therefore, you have Shamyati. Rupa. Okay, you can note Shamyati become Shamyati. Same way, other dhatus, simple. Then the Klam dhatu already we saw. It is Klamu. Klamu can take Shap also optionally. We have seen that before, right? We have seen this before, where just few rules before. The last class also we saw, and today also we just referred that. Trusty. That is, here it is. Klam dhatu can take Shap optionally, right? So that you can note. Therefore, Klamyati or Klamati, two forms are there. And here I have written a note. Klamu is included in both the rule sutrams I have written. It's okay. That here it is. It is okay, this part is not.
This 3170 also this there also Klamu.
Yes, that is what we have referred to the previous one.
Yeah, this is something different. Okay.
This is different. This is not required. I have not done this. We'll see that later. So this is not required for this class now. Okay, Tamu, Dirghatam, Chit Pratyaya follows. This is all extra information that is not required. Remove it. That is required only when we see the sutra. So Sham Lot Lakara is Sham Yantu. This is simple, so we can skip this. Okay, this we know for the dhatus Devadigana having Iganta Rasikupada, Gunadi Angakari will not happen. Why? Because Shan is Apit. Apitvat Nitvat Bhavati. Shan is Apit, and therefore Apitvat Nitvat Bhavati. Therefore Angakarya Nisheda Bhavati. Just an incidental point. Then the next one. All these things dhatus we have seen. It's not something new, so don't worry. All this already we have seen this dhatu. All are the ut upada dhatu, rit upada dhatu. Iti we have seen before. This is just an aside point. Okay, I think this is over. Devadigana is with this it is done. Last point here is Devadigana. For Devadigana, Angakarya will not happen. That is as one point I've written here. Why? Because Shan being an Apit, therefore it is Nitvat Bhavati. And Push Dhatu, Ik Upada is there. Because of Shan, Ukarasya, Angakaryam na Bhavati. Because it is Nitvat. So that I have written as a separate point. Other than that, nothing is there. But dhatu already we have seen. Push dhatu will become pushyati, pushyataha, pushyanti. Here I have done the ling form. Therefore, it is rupam is push. Pushye, I have done pushye. Tas is madhyama purusha. Dvivachanam I have done. Ling lakara. So pushyet, pushyetam, pushyehu. Pushyete, pushyetam, pushyeta iti rupam bhavati. And similarly, nit dhatu already we have seen this dhatu also. Nrit dhatu. Upada is rikara. Angakarya na bhavati. Why? Because the following is a nit pratyaya. Nitvat bhavati. Apitvat nitvat bhavati. With this, Divadigana is completed. Okay. If you have any doubts, you can ask. Please ask if you have any doubts.
Oh, yes.
Ramaji, doubts?
No, Sharanji.
If you know this much, Divadigana is over. Okay. Divadigana has got about 140 dhatus. You can derive any sarvadhatuka lakara forms of this Divadigana. These are the only important the rules related to dhatus. Otherwise, it is same. So Devu, Shivu, all these are Vakara Anta Dhatu. You know what will happen. What will happen? Devu, Shivu, Sivu, Shtivu. What will happen?
Dirgha.
Dirgha.
Dirgha will happen. Pada, this is Vakara Anta preceded by a Ik followed by Al. Dirghatam Bhavati. Then Shnusu. Shnusu is what will happen to Shnusu. And content of the dhatu is Shakara will become
Adesha Shakara, it's Lopaha, and then
the Adesha Sakara, the Sakara will come in the place of Mudane Shakara. Then Dante, the Mudane Nakara will become
Dante Venakara.
Dante Nakara. Then
Yeah.
Ukara is iterator. That's Nusu. U is iterator. So content is Snus only.
Snus. Okay, Snus. Okay.
Content is Snus. Sakara,
Okay.
then Dante Nakara, Nu, Nus. Form would be Snusyati, Snusyataha, Snusyanti. Simple. Okay, you can do. It means adane, to eat. Similarly, Knasu also same. Knasu will become content of Knasu is, that is also Swarna Deeptyogo. It becomes, it is Atmanepadi, sorry, Parasmepadi Dhatu. Right? It is Parasmepadi Dhatu. Not the Nasu. Okay. Nas becomes Nasyati, Nasyataha, Nasyanti. Similarly, this Vyusha is Dahe. So that becomes Vyusha Dhatu is Vyusha Dhatu. Content is Vyush. Akara is iterator. Vyush Dhatu. Vyush Dhatu will become Vyushyati, Vyushyataha, Vyushyanti. Plusha become Plushyati, Plushyataha, Plusyanti. Nrit we know. E is iterator. Nrityati, Nrityaha, Nrityataha, Nrityanti. Trasi is also like that. Trasi is, you got two forms are there, you know, which can take Shab or Shen.
Yeah.
That's why it is given. Two forms are there. Then Kut Dhatu. Content is Kut. Kuta is there. That I is iterator. Kut. Kutyati. Putyati. Gudyati. All those are simple dhatus you can do. Then next one is Atmane, Kship Dhatu. Kship Dhatu become Kshipyati. Pushpa. Pushpyati. Dhatu is Pushp. Pushpyati. Then Tima, Stima, Shtima. Shtima is Shatvam Lapan. Tima is Tim. Dhatu is Tim is a Dhatu. Tim plus Shan plus It is Atmanepadi. So therefore it becomes Timyati, Timyataha, Timyanti. All those you can try. It's all we know. So Stimyati. Then steam is the steam. It becomes Steamyati. Shattum. Adesha Shakara. That Shakara is replaced by Sakara and Takara. Therefore Takara also will be replaced by Dantya Takara. Therefore become steam. Content is steam. Steamyati, Steamyataha, Steamyanti. Maybe from that only steam the word would have come. The word steam. Steam means Ardri Bhave, to become wet. Ardri Bhave. Maybe from that dhatu only the word steam would have possibly come. Then vreed, vreedyati. Ish. What will happen? Ish dhatu. Interesting. What will happen to ish dhatu? Here it is not ichaya. Here it is gatau. Ish dhatu. What will happen? What is the rupam? Anybody? What is the form? Yeshyati. Why guna happens? Divadi gana. It is only.
Yeah.
No.
Upada, no guna and no angakarya.
Then how will it become yeshyati?
Ishyati only. Is it?
It becomes ishyati only. Why? Why not ichati? Why not ichati?
Okay.
Okay, here I just write and see. See, dhatu, issue dhatu is ichayam in the first gana. And this dhatu in the divadi gana is isha. Both are different. Please note. Issue ichayam, which is in divadi gana, not divadi gana. It is in Tudadigana. I think it is must be in Tudadigana. Issue Ichaya. Yeah, I think it must be Tudadigana.
Sixth.
Yeah, Sestigana. Okay. This Isha Gato, it is in the Divadigana. Both are different. Here U is ithilata. Here it is A is ithilata. The content is same. The content of both the dhatu is ish. Here it is in Vadigananda the form is Tudadigana the form is ichati. Ichati, ichataha, ichant. Here the rupam is it is ish plus shan plus ti. The form is ishyati, not ichati. Here ishu dhatu only will be replaced by cha. Ishu dhatu, not isha dhatu. The rule is like that. Ishu gami yamam chaha, that is the rule.
Yeah.
That the rule itself, in the sutram itself, issue the word, the dhatu is used. Tukara, the iterator, it is used, not isha. So don't think this also will be replaced by chakara. Okay. So note this. Here it is ishyati. It is gatau katyartaka dhatu. Then understand?
Yes, Ji. Yes, Ji.
Yes.
Then shuha chakyarte. Shuha is suha. Sukhyati. Sukhyataha becomes like that. Jirish. Jirish already we have seen. What will happen? Rukarata becomes replaced by here. Then repanta. Then jiryati. Just now we have seen that. All those dhatus. Okay. You can just see all these dhatus. You will easily understand. You can do the form. Okay. Shung dhatu, atmanepadi. Su is a dhatu. Therefore, suyate, suyate, suyante. So, duyate, duyate. Iti rupam. Ding dhatu, atmanepadi. Nakara is there. Therefore, it is atmanepadi dhatu. Di is a form. Diyate, rupam. Then ding, vihayasa gatau. Diyate, di. D, this D is the dhatu is there in first gana also. That become dayate. Here it is diyate. because shan apitvat angakarna bhavati. Diyate, diyate, diyante iti. Okay, so all these are simple. It's not dhiyate, miyate, riyate, liyate, vriyate, piyate, ma plus ya plus te, mayate. It would be mang, mane. Mang, to measure it is there in other gana also. But here it is, form would be, it is ma plus shan plus te becomes mang mane. It is in many gana. It is in jugotyadi gana also. It is there. Man dhatu, but here it is mayate, simple form. Mayate, mayate, mayante. Then ing dhatu we saw. E is adip. That is different. Okay, this ing dhatu becomes iyate. Then pring becomes priyate. Then show tanuka, all these are okaranta dhatus. We know okara silopa bhavati when shan pratyaya follows shati. Then shati, syati, dhyati, and all we saw. Then atmane paridhatu, jani, deepi, all this dhatu will, jani will become jayate, deep will become deepyate, puryate, turyate, dhuryate, ghuryate, dhuryate, jhuryate. All this we can do. Okay. So you just go through the dhatu pata, you will understand all the rules we have covered. So it is simple. You remember those rules, maybe 14 or 15 rules are there. With that, you will be able to decline sarvadhatuka lakara rupam of any dhatu of this gana. So we have seen bhuvadi gana and we have seen divadi gana. So next class we will do infant reader. Then we will take up tudadi gana. Tudadi gana also will cover. After this gana, you have to take up some dhatus and derive the form. Please derive the form. So take few, at least you can take 10 different dhatus you can take and try to derive the form. Just see.
Yes, Jiya.
Okay, then only abhyasa will come.
Yeah.
This will stop. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanta Shanta Shantihi. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. In Dvadigana, about 990 some dhatus are there. Here 140 dhatus. So all the dhatus you know now. Out of 2000 dhatus, 1100 dhatus, you know. In Tudadigana some more you will see, and Churadigana some more. Only in the 7th gana, 2nd gana, 3rd gana, few dhatus are there, which are for which only a lot of rules are there. That is why we will make the basic strong, then we can see. For that we need to have sutra. Let us see. Without sutra we can do. Okay, we'll stop here. Thank you.
Dhanyawad Ji.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ Sharan.
धन्यवाद जी. How is your health, Sharan ji?
Sorry?
How is your health?
Yeah, I'm all right now. Thank you.
धन्यवाद.
Dhanyawad.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.